Hey guys, it's Vanessa from Kind Hearted Studio. Thank you for joining me today. I have something special that I'd like to share with you today. A friend of mine sent me this resource and it's a book, and I thought, man, this is so awesome. I want to share it with more people. So I called Ana Gomez, the author, and I said, this is awesome. Can I share it? So she gave me permission. And so here I have a video of the book that she's written. And within this book, she shares 12 different powers that kids can have in terms of coping and managing through this confusing time of the coronavirus. So as an art therapist and a registered psychotherapist, I love this book because I think these tools can really be applied in so many different cases. So not just with this confusing event, but with any event that kids are going through, they can implement these tools to help cope and manage. So I'm going to read the book and it'll manually flip and then we'll break down some of the different tools that she's introduced. And so you'll need a pencil and some paper. And so we'll begin, okay? Thanks, guys. The Story of the Oyster and the Butterfly, the Coronavirus and Me, by Ana M. Gomez. Do you know what oysters do when something that bothers and irritates them comes into their lives? They use their special powers to cover the bothering stuff with layers and layers of powerful stuff until they turn into a pearl. And do you know what the caterpillar does when it has to go through tough stuff and changes? It spends time with itself inside a cocoon and changes into a butterfly. At its most difficult moments, the caterpillar is actually building its wings. The coronavirus has come into our lives, not only for you, but for people all over the world. However, we can do what the oyster does and create a pearl from it, or what the caterpillar does and build our wings. Having to deal with yucky things can bring lots of feelings, thoughts, and sensations in our bodies. We may feel lonely, scared, angry, or frustrated. We may feel sad because we miss our friends or family. We may have mixed up thoughts, and our bodies may feel really tense. Feelings need to come out and tell their stories. Can you draw a picture of your feelings now? Let's write or draw pictures of the thoughts that you are having. So as we think about this time, it can be kind of confusing. There can be a lot of different emotions. So some different emotions we might feel are confused, happy, anxious, nervous. We're missing our friends, so we might feel sad, or we haven't seen our family recently. Sometimes we get stuck in just thinking that we're sad, happy, angry, mad. I invite you to take a look at the list and see what feelings you might be experiencing right now. On a piece of paper, write down what those feelings are. And so I just invite you to take a piece of paper and you're just going to draw how you're feeling about it and maybe write a few words. So you can do many faces if you want, because there's many different feelings that you might be able to acknowledge through this or name. So one of my favorite things is if you can name it, you can tame it. So we just have to be able to notice and name our emotions. So what are you feeling today? Is it sad? And what might that look like? So you're going to do that on your own page, okay? And then what I invite you to do is once you finish these pages, I want you to take it to a friend, a grandparent, a mother, a father, a friend, a sibling, and I want you to talk about it, right? And explain how you're feeling and share that, okay? Because that's also really important because it allows people to help us and maybe give us some different tools to help manage. Let's draw a picture of the feelings and sensations you are having in your body. Does your body feel like a noodle or hard like a rock? Does it feel light or heavy? Let's listen to what the body is saying. All right, so we're going to take this one step farther, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to draw a gingerbread man body on your piece of paper. okay? And then I want you to think about the sensations that you're feeling in your body. What do you feel where? So go back to the last page you just did, where you listed the different feelings. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take those feelings. So if I'm feeling sad, anxious, happy, you're going to list them on the side of the page here, and then we're going to give them a color, okay? And we're going to think about, where do we feel those emotions in our body, and what kind of line or color might they be? So if we feel anxious, where might we feel that in our stomach? Is it in our bellies? Is it kind of this line that kind of floats all the way around and kind of intertwines, this nervous, naughty feeling? Do we feel sad in our hearts? Do we feel sad in our heads? If we're feeling angry, where do we feel that? Is it in our shoulders? Is it in our stomach? Is it in our mouth? Is it in our thoughts? Okay, so you're going to take, I'll put angry up there. So you're going to take a color and assign each of these emotions a color. So sad, I'm gonna make blue. So I might feel angry, anger in my mouth. And it might look like that because it comes out and I have no idea, it just, or it might be these crazy thoughts or a heavy head. It might come out in my fists, or I might stomp or run. So I might put that in my feet. And sad, I'm gonna maybe feel that in my chest and in my face. Okay. So I want you guys to think about what you feel during this time and do your own feelings in my body, okay? When we don't feel good, we can do what the oyster does. We can use our powers and create our own pearl. Let's see how we can use our powers. Power 1. We can use the powers of our bodies to stay safe. We can do things that will keep us far away from the coronavirus. If our feelings are getting too big or too hot or too cold, we can do things to cool them down or warm them up. Ignoring feelings does not help. Remember, feelings are messengers, and the more we listen and talk about them, the better we will feel in the long run. Power 3. We can be kind and loving towards our feelings and have compassion for them. Power 4. We can visit our needs and see what will make us feel better. Do we need a hug? Or someone to tell us that things are going to be okay? Do we need to talk to someone we trust? Power 5. We can use the power of breathing. Breathing can help calm our minds, hearts, and bodies. One of my favorite types of breathing exercises, especially for kids, is called belly breathing. And so often we breathe like we're not even thinking about it. It's just automatic, right? So instead of breathing really shallow, what we want to do is we want to bring the breath in all the way down into our belly. And so when we breathe in, our belly expands out, and then as we blow the air out, our belly expands in. So and so one of my favorite things is also to take a stuffy, one of your favorite stuffies, and you can have them help by sitting on your belly, and you'll see them start to rise and fall with your belly. You can also take a hand and place it over your heart, or you can take another hand and place it on your belly, okay? And so you can start to feel your body breathing up and down, okay? So I want you to sit in a chair, and you can place a hand on your heart or a hand on your belly, and I want you to see if you can breathe. So you're gonna breathe in, feeling your belly rise, and breathe out. And I want you to redo this and try doing that 10 times, okay? And this is a really, really great tool because you can do it anywhere you go. You can do it if you're sad or scared or nervous. You can do it at school while you're sitting in class. You can do it while laying in bed. You can do it. Power 6. We can cocoon like the caterpillar and spend time with ourselves and the people and pets really close to us. The butterfly reminds us that in yucky and difficult moments, we may just be building our wings. Power 7. Maybe we can find space to connect with our team of helpers. Can you draw or write who you want to have on your team? A person, pet, friend, superhero, or anyone else that feels safe to have on your very own team. So who's on your team? Is it your puppy? Is it a grandparent? Is it your mom, your dad, a brother, a sister, a friend? So get out your paint, or not your paint, get out your paper again and draw that picture. Okay, so who's on your team? Okay, so I want you guys to go ahead and do that yourself. Power 8. Then you can use the butterfly dance by crossing your hands on your chest and tapping back and forth. So you can take your right arm and cross it, and take your left arm and cross it against your other side of the body. And what you can do is you can hug yourself, you can do the butterfly dance, one arm at a time or one hand at a time, or you can do and flat both of them. Okay, so see what's comfortable. Is it this way? Is it that way? Okay, do the dance with me. Power 9. You can dance like a gorilla while you think about a happy moment in your mind. Let's tap the chest back and forth. Power 10. You can also find a place where you feel happy and safe. Can you draw that place? When you have it, let's stomp our feet as we march together. All right, so on another piece of paper, we're gonna write my safe place. And I want you to think about what's in there. What do you feel? What do you smell? What can you taste? So what are you eating in that safe place? And what can you touch? And what kind of sounds do you hear? All right, so maybe it's just in your bedroom and you have this soft blanket that you like to nestle up in on your bed. And maybe you're reading a book and listening to some relaxing music, or maybe you're sitting on a beach with the sun beaming down on you. You can hear the waves and the water crashing. Okay, so I want you to think about your own safe place and think about some of those different elements, okay? So go ahead and create your own picture. Power 11. We can sing, we can hum, we can dance, or we can jump. Power 12. We can connect through our hearts. All we have to do is imagine a long special cord that goes from your heart all the way to the hearts of the people that we love. Because the biggest power we have is the power to love ourselves and love the ones around us. In many places around the world, we can't touch each other or be close to our friends and family. However, we can still carry them and be very close to them in our hearts. Remember, we are full of special powers inside. We are not alone. We can join in and use all of our powers as one, build our wings, and create many pearls together. Now let's create the oyster and butterfly song. We can invite all of our feelings because even when we are sad and scared, we can still sing together. Remember, you are not alone. We are all in this together. Thanks so much to Anna for sharing this gift with all of us. You guys can check out her website, annagomez.org. You'll see it below. She has so many great resources, so check out that. And thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye, guys.